Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
That was a waste of a perfectly good candle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. How did that make you feel? Did that scare you? Probably not. But if it did, let me know. Maybe I could get something worked out with Ari Aster. Welcome back to my channel. If you are not new here, it is called Melody Ever After. If you are new here, smooches. Smoochy, smoochy, smooches. Thanks for stopping by. Don't click off. Anyway, today we're talking about the things that scares 12-year-olds most, which is dangerous internet party games. Back in Methuselah's era, the 80s, right? No, I'm joking. Okay, for decades and decades and decades, people have played games like Bloody Mary that have originated through serious folklore and been passed down and became ritualistic. And that's very interesting to me. The internet is an amazing space for new folklore to develop. And we do see new folklore developing. I mean, there are many children who believe the Slender Man was real. I may or may not have known a few of them. Talking about a friend, I'm not talking about me. As we draw near Halloween, I love to make videos that are spooky and creepy and freaky, and I thought back about something that used to scare me in my childhood that I found on the internet on Tumblr. Tumblr! Oh no! Not Super Hula Kill! It was instructions on how to play a game called the Midnight Game, or the Midnight Man game, and it scared the ever-living shit out of me. I thought, what are some other games that I have seen played in a way that you can contact the spirits or enter a new realm? So I have 3 mysterious horror games for you. So let's get into it. Let's start out with the scariest thing to ever happen to 12-year-old me, which was reading about the Midnight Man game. I will be reading the rules directly off of r/NoSleep, the haven for all things spooky and dooky. But this post was originally copied and pasted off of Creepypasta, which is much harder to navigate in 2025. So, without further ado, the rules of the Midnight Game. Before you start the game, cover or remove as many reflective surfaces as you can from your house. Mirrors and picture frames can be covered with sheets or towels, curtains and windows should be shut, and metallic surfaces should be hidden or covered. Will you use the bathroom between 12 midnight and 3:33 a.m.? Be quick, alert, and avoid reflective surfaces. If you anticipate needing to eat between 12 midnight and 3:33 a.m., set food out beforehand. Avoid metallic containers, including aluminum pop cans, surfaces, and silverware. Eating fresh fruit and veggies and/or a sandwich is the best. They require no cooking, they are portable, and they have high nutritional value. If you are playing with other people, synchronize your watches. Turn off all cell phones and sources of light. Unplug non-essential electronics generating light such as microwave ovens, coffee machines, entertainment equipment, and other appliances. Do not open any appliances with internal light such as an oven, refrigerator, or anything like that between 12 midnight and 3:33 a.m. You will need new, unused, untouched candles, large enough or in enough quantity for them to last from 12 midnight to 3:33 a.m. Each player should carry spare candles. Do not touch another person's candles. Do not reuse candles or exchange candles with other players. Matches. Each player should carry spare matches. You cannot use a lighter. Paper and pencils. A wooden front door. This is essential. You may need to find a location other than your home. Salt. Each player should carry salt with them. Not a salt shaker, but something enabling the user to pour salt. A sharp metal needle or pen. Do not use knives or materials other than metal. Cauterize the tip between uses by holding a flame of the candle, wiping it on a clean cloth, and if possible, dipping it in peroxide. Now we're going to talk about the actual procedure of the game and how to play. Step 1. Everyone who is playing the Midnight Game must write their names on a piece of paper, then use the needle to place a single drop of their blood onto the paper. You must write your full name, not a nickname, alias, or the name of a friend. Writing your name on the paper and adding your blood makes you the target of the Midnight Man. Lying about or hiding your identity increases the risk to you and your fellow players. Be aware, giving any entity your name and your blood makes you vulnerable. You are setting yourself up as a sacrifice to the entity, and you're inviting it into your home. Whether or not you believe in magic or the supernatural, performing these actions will invite something into your home and will give it your name and your blood, and you will be vulnerable to its influence until 3:33 a.m. Step 2. Place the papers behind the closed wooden front door. Step 3. Light a candle. If candles are already lit, light a new one to signal the start of the official summoning segment. Step 4. Knock on your front door exactly 22 times. Note, the 22nd knock must happen at 12 a.m. or the ritual will not work. Step 5. Open your door. Blow out the candle and close it. You have now summoned and welcomed the Midnight Man. Immediately relight your candle. Step 6. Your goal for the rest of the game is to evade the Midnight Man. Everyone who plays must walk with their candle lit around the house, avoiding the Midnight Man at all costs until the clock strikes 3:33 a.m., which at that time, the Midnight Man will leave. If your candle blows out on its own, it means the Midnight Man is near, and you have 10 seconds to relight your candle. If you fail to relight your candle in 10 seconds, you must surround yourself with a circle of salt and wait until 3:33 a.m. Stand in one spot and, holding the container of salt, pour a thick line around yourself while turning. Pouring a circle and then stepping into it will not work. If you fail to surround yourself with salt in time, the Midnight Man will attack you, and you will have hallucinations of your worst fears until 3:33 a.m. Here are some signs that the Midnight Man is nearby, according to the game. Your candle blows out. You suddenly get very cold. You hear a whisper, or you see a black humanoid figure looming in the distance or maybe nearby. Though it isn't listed in the basic rules according to this post, this user writes that if you feel like you are being brushed against, touched, or breathed on, you have gotten the Midnight Man's attention. You need to keep moving and stay in the light of your candle. Do not run. You're not allowed to run during the game of the Midnight Man. Okay, so initial thoughts on the Midnight Man. When I read this when I was 12 years old, I was absolutely terrified. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. This scared me so bad. Even though there are so many steps that you have to go through to play this game, I still was terrified of the Midnight Man. What is the Midnight Man? I guess it's like the Benadryl hat guy, because it doesn't really say. It just says dark humanoid figure, so that's funny. Now, this next game is specifically for people who yearn. People who want something really damn bad. Like if you wanted to be super hot body, super hot anime Discord wife, super rich, super healthy. If you want something really, really bad and you would do anything for it, this next game is apparently for you. This game we're going to be talking about is the 11-Mile Ritual. Now, while the 11-Mile Ritual does have origins apparently on creepypasta according to a couple of sources, it's really interesting to me because there are also different versions of the 11-Mile Ritual that are all over Wattpad, creepypasta, No Sleep, and out of all of the games that are paranormal, spooky internet games, this one seems to be the one that people have supposedly done the most, so there may be some truth to it. Who knows? Moving on. I will be reading the rules originally from creepypasta off of ihorror.com. You're going to want to play this game when there isn't a lot of traffic. To begin your quest, head out onto a stretch of back roads. Make sure your car radio and cell phone are turned off. You do not want any distractions. To drive the 11-mile road, you first must find it, and you must begin by driving with the thing that you desire foremost in your mind. This road doesn't actually exist in the real world, and it can't be found with a GPS. There's no specific coordinates to this road. People who have played this game apparently say that you'll know you found the road when you feel a change in the atmosphere. One Wattpad user says that there will be visible signs. They quote, "For example, if you're in search of wealth, you may spot shimmers on empty branches of trees resembled by the shine of gold or diamonds or money. If you seek love, you may see rose petals or a rose bush." Similar things like that. Once you think you've identified your sign and you've identified the road, take a deep breath. Steel your nerves. You make the turn onto the road. You're going to be surrounded by trees on this road, whether you were before or not. They say that's another of the first signs that you're on the right path. Trees will appear. That seems not very specific to me. If you're on a road of back roads, you're probably going to be by trees. Whatever. I don't know. Each mile is meant to test your resolve, and the tests will become more terrifying the further you travel down the road. How badly do you want to see your desire or wish manifested? Some say finding the road itself means you're serious, but that doesn't mean you're ready to receive it. Let's take a look at each of the mile markers on the road and see what's supposed to happen during this journey. Mile 1, As you begin your journey, you'll notice that the temperature will begin to drop in your car. This sort of thing is a welcoming sign that you have found the right place. It's going to get colder, so be prepared to crank up the heat if you hate the cold. Mile 2. The temperature will continue to drop here. Now is a good time to turn on the heater if you haven't already. You're about to get into the thick of things. Mile 3. If the road was paved before, you can kiss that goodbye. You'll now find yourself on a dirt road. You'll also begin to spot silhouettes of human-shaped shadows in the trees along the road. Ignore them. No matter how close or how menacing they appear, you must keep your eyes on the road. Now is not the time for distractions. Mile 4. Those shadows you saw before will disappear, but now you will begin to hear whispered voices. Tune them out the best you can. Listening or trying to determine what they're saying will only draw them closer to you, and you do not want them getting any closer than they already are. Mile 5. The trees around you may suddenly disappear, and you may spot a beautiful lake lit by a gorgeous full moon. Do not stop the car. Keep driving, no matter how alluring these images are. Mile 6. You are halfway to your goal. Unfortunately, that means the tests are going to get more difficult. The trees return here and the stars and moon above you will disappear. Your headlights will begin to flicker as if they are going out. Your radio will turn itself on and a voice will speak to you about your greatest fears, underlining the danger that you're in. You won't be able to turn the radio off, so don't even try. Ignore it. Keep your eyes on the road. It will begin to twist and turn more and more, and you don't want to have an accident here. Mile 7. The voices will return, but they won't be whispering anymore. Now you'll hear distant screams coming closer by the moment. One of the voices may sound like it's right in your ear, like it's speaking to you from the back seat of your car. Do not turn around to look at it. You may not like what you see, and again, you risk driving off the road. At the 8th mile, the road is going to become even more treacherous with deadly turns, and your distractions will double. The shadow figures you saw in the trees before are most definitely following you, and now you'll hear the voices and the scratches of their claws alongside your car. Your headlights may go out for a few seconds. If they do, you can slow down, but don't stop driving whatever you're doing. You do not want them to catch you. Mile 9. Your vehicle is going to stall. Close your eyes and try to restart it. Do not open your eyes until the car restarts. You're surrounded by the creatures. They will fall back when the car starts again, but they do and are going to try everything they can to distract you. Ignore the sounds, voices, and etc. Your only goal here is to restart your car and continue driving. Mile 10. You are almost there. At this point, the voices will stop. You may be tempted to look in the rearview mirror to see if the creatures are still following you. I assure you that they are. Do not look in that mirror. Do not check your back seat. Keep driving. Mile 11. Your vehicle will once again lose power, but it will not stop moving. You will see a glowing red light ahead of you. You are no longer in control of your vehicle's movement, so don't bother trying. Close your eyes, cover them if you need to. You do not want to see what is around you at this point. Do your best to tune out the sounds around you. The cold will be replaced by heat. This is, by far, the most excruciating part of the journey on the 11-mile road. Some say you're being dragged through hell itself. This should really only last about 30 seconds or so, but it will be the longest half minute of your life. And then the last step is called the dead end. Once the power returns to your car, the noises will fade away, and it's safe to start driving on your own again. In a short distance, you will come to a dead end. Stop the car, relax, and close your eyes. Focus on what it is that you've desired. Why did you take this journey? What wish did you want fulfilled? Once you've done this, you can open your eyes, at which time you'll discover you have returned to the very beginning of the road, as if nothing has ever happened. There's a note at the end that says, if what you desired was material, check the trunk of your car. Okay, duh! If it's smaller, it might be in your pocket or in the back seat, apparently. If what you desired was not a material object, you're supposed to drive home. Pay attention to your life. In the next few days, your desire will manifest. Now, ladies, you probably know what I'm talking about when you're getting into your parking lot in a car at night and you're like constantly scared there's something in your back seat or under your car waiting to just slice your Achilles tendon. That's definitely me. And I just want to say, I'm way too scared for this. Is this the most alluring game I've ever heard of in my life? You can apparently get anything you want if you just do these simple steps and you don't fuck it up. That sounds so cool. I think whoever came up with this must have been an exceptional writer and an exceptional storyteller, because there's something so scary about it. I think especially for like me, it's like being in a confined small space, being told not to look around at my surroundings. Like, what do you mean there might be someone in the backseat? Like, I know it's fake, and I think it would make an excellent exposition for some kind of horror movie, short film, something like that. Chef's kiss. Alright, this final creepypasta game actually originated on Creepypasta Korea, which is really interesting, but I found it really cool, especially for people who live in apartments. Y'all try this out, be my guest, I guess. The idea is that you and a friend or whoever you want are supposed to get into an elevator and go to the floors in a specific order. That order is the 4th floor, then the 2nd floor, then the 6th floor, then the 2nd floor, then the 10th floor, and then the 5th floor. You're supposed to go to the floors in that specific order. If someone gets on or off the elevator during the ritual, you have to completely start over. The idea is if you get to the 5th floor by completing the correct order without anyone getting on or off, a strange, scary, mysterious elderly woman will get in the elevator with you. Your job at that point is not to acknowledge her at all. You cannot speak to her. The legend goes, if you speak to the woman, she will keep you for her own. Once this woman enters the elevator with you, you need to return to the 1st floor. Do not look at her and exit the elevator until she disappears. The elevator will go up or down or wherever it's going, and then once the woman has left the elevator, you have to go in that exact same order of floors as you went before, 4, 2, 6, 2, 10, 5, again, to re-enter our world. That is actually way more fun than any of these where you have to like draw blood or drive or anything. That's so non-committal. Out of all of these games, I would absolutely do the elevator game. I'm not joking. There are my top 3 paranormal internet games to get me in the mood for the spooky Halloween season. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Melody. This channel is called Melody Ever After. If you like this video and you like things freaky, geeky, spooky, like scary movies, urban legends, and video games, maybe check out my channel. If you're a subscriber, be sure to ring that bell so you don't miss a single upload. In the meantime, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!